Welcome everybody back tonight, the final round of the top 12, the NASCAR Dave Busch Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Season 15. Of course, round number 3, like I said, the final round of the top 12 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. Do apologize for last week's hiccup, but you know, well, we're here tonight. Myself, Will Roberts, Will, buddy. I mean, Charlotte. Not the biggest field we've seen out here by these guys, but, you know, at Charlotte Motor Speedway, should see a lot of action here tonight, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. 15-mile-per-hour wind gust at the moment here in the late stages of practice, but doing pretty good tonight, Josh. I expect to see just a humdinger of a race here tonight at Charlotte. So can't wait to see what's in store. This is the narrowest track on the circuit. Any mile and a half that they can attend or go to, pick a mile and a half to go, it's the narrowest. So from the wall to the white line and to the grassy knoll on the front straightaway, you don't have too much breathing room, and especially in these funnel-like corners, everything funnels up on the corner entry. You just have no space. It feels like you're in such a tight, confined space in this mile and a half. It looks spacious, yes, on camera, but it's actually not. You feel like you're just gonna go to the wall at any moment sometimes whenever you funnel into these corners because of how see what I just talked about. So riding on board there with Bridgman.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this track
it confused me for a moment. I didn't know if it was wrong who it was with the Bass Pro Shop, right?
Yeah.
So
that would be Phillip right there in the 48, who we're on. Of course, coming out of 6 minutes till qualifying here. And, you know, you was talking about this track already being as narrow as it is. And there is a couple of bumps on the track out here. Down into turn 1, you got to be careful. Of course, there's that bump into turn 2 as well. You know, you got cars, you know, you got a car to the inside or a car to the outside. You hit that bump wrong, it could definitely cause a problem. I don't foresee a whole lot of yellows out here with only 12 drivers. Could we see a yellow or two? Yes, you know, that's always in the realm of possibilities. We could see a yellow with a self-spin or maybe just the slightest nudge. Until these tires start to wear down, they are going to be racing pretty much in a pack per se. They're going to be right there together. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see how things, you know, unfold as they, you know, trek down to 153 laps here tonight. So 230, I just rounded it up to 230 miles. That track tip is warm out there at 107 degrees, so that could also constitute another issue out there on the track with the tires. A lot of slick conditions. So, you know, a combination with already being, you know, getting loose, track conditions, and, you know, just the tire wear in general here, we could see some problems out here tonight. They do get 4 sets of tires, so they, you know, in total, they get the set they start with plus 3 behind the wall, so that does help. However, you still don't want to be too aggressive on your tires. You want to save as much as you can. 75% fuel, you was just going over that with me right before we went over here to the broadcast. 45 to 50 laps. I had 40 to 45, but somewhere between the 40 to 50 mark is where we're going to be looking at when it comes to fuel. You had already stated somebody's probably going to try and stretch it. I'm right there with you. Totally 100% agree. We could have several drivers to try to go 50 laps. I don't think they could quite go the stage, though. 53 will be the white, 54 is the caution. So I do believe we will have to see them come down pit road. Now, if we get an early yellow, that'll definitely, you know, put them into that window of making it. But 40 to 45, 45 to 50, somewhere around there, you know, under green flag conditions. Definitely going to have to watch for fuel. Pit road, very dangerous here at Charlotte. And, you know, coming out of turn number 4, if you're not easy, especially on old tires, definitely spin it coming down pit road at a pit road speed of 45 miles an hour and a pace speed at Charlotte here tonight. of 55. Now, going ahead into the point standings here, Will. We've already had some winners here, and of course, you know, we're going to go ahead and kind of swing back to last week at Talladega. Jim Coleman-Sperger grabbing the win there, and Joseph Cossey, round number 1 of the top 12. So those two pretty much ready to go in for the top 8, but you still got everybody else here too that's fighting to get in. You do have Joseph in the top spot at 31.03. Ryan Messer up the spot into second at 30.74. He tied with Zachary Rongitz, actually, for the P2 spot, 29 behind Joseph, both of them. Jim Coleman-Sperger, we just mentioned, up a spot. He is the winner last week. Congratulations to Jim, by the way, on winning last week. He is up a spot into fourth at 30.70, 33 behind the leader, and 4 behind Rogich and Messer. Zach Deuscher down a spot into fifth at 30.57, 46 behind the leader, and 13 behind Jim. Philip Bridgman in sixth at 30.55. 48 behind the leader and 2 behind Zach. Michael Yarrow in 7th at 30.51, 52 behind the leader and 4 behind Philip. Gomez in the 8th position at 30.39, right there at that cutoff, inside of the cutoff, but still right there at 30.39, 64 behind the leader and 12 behind Michael. Chris Paff on the outside looking in. If it was to start tonight, Chris would be unfortunately out of it, but it doesn't start tonight. It ends tonight. We'll see what happens. Chris in 9th at 30.36, 67 behind the leader and 3 behind Gomez. Robbie Stewart in 10th at 30.18, 85 behind the leader and 18 behind Chris. Larry Blair in 11th at 29.91, 112 behind the leader and 27 behind Stewart. And Austin Sailors is in the 12th spot at 29.82, 121 behind the leader and 9 behind Larry. Of course, anything can happen. It's Charlotte. We'll see who locks himself in tonight, or if we're going to have an upset out on the track with a non-chase driver pulling out the victory. We'll find out here in 153 laps. Hang tight, folks. We're going to step aside, play the national anthem provided by our good friends at Madison Rising. So sit back, relax. We will be right back with qualifying underway.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. what to say. Stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Qualifying underway here. Looks like Zachary Rongich right now in the number 38 up at the top spot with Chris Paff in second. We do got Jeff Gilmore out on the track as well as Jason Adams. So we will see if one of these drivers, so it looks like Jeff is actually done with his qualifying lap. So that's really going to leave it up to Jason now on his second lap to see if he can knock Zachary Rongich off the top spot. Zachary coming in two tonight, third, tied for second in the point standings with Ryan Messer. Probably okay points-wise to get into the next round, but of course Zachary always looking to grab that victory, so he doesn't have to worry about getting in on points. But like I said, I think he's pretty safe right now. Now it looks like Jason is not gonna finish his second lap here. He is coming down pit road, so all right, well, looks like Rongich is going to grab the pole out here tonight. Let's go ahead and get Rongich down here real quick. Zachary Rongich, congratulations on grabbing the pole out here tonight at Charlotte for the final round of the top 12, buddy. Coming into tonight, I think you are set pretty comfortably already going to be into it, but you want to get a good finish. You want to get the win regardless, man. Talk about Charlotte. How you feeling out there? What's it going to take, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's going to be some fuel mileage. So I think we're going to do that right off the rip and see how that goes for us. Might look like we're fading back, but we're just going to experiment here a little bit.
Okay, all right. So even though you're coming in, setting and tied for second, you're pretty comfortably, like I said, you're going to kind of see how things play out early on here tonight, and then maybe make a shootout, possibly go for the win toward the end of the race.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, sounds like you got a game plan. Let's see what happens. Zachary, awesome job on the pole here tonight, buddy. You guys are gridding up, so we're going to grid y'all up here too, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, it looks like everybody, for the most part, what I can see. Uh-oh. I've got, oh, there they go. All right. If y'all are hearing some whining in the background, that is my big old dog. He's being a big old whiny baby. 75-pound whiny baby. Oh, just ignoring. The MaxspeedTV starting grid here tonight. Zachary Rongich with a 30.608. Congratulations again to Zachary on the pole here tonight. Chris Paff, he was going to start on the outside of him in second. Jason Adams third. Joseph Cossey fourth. Thomas Sherman in fifth. Jeff Gilmore sixth. Zach Deutscher seventh. Ryan Messer in eighth. Philip Bridgman ninth. And that's into the qualifier. So that's going to put Brandon Hartwell in 10th. Michael Yarrow in 11th. Buzz in 12th. Robbie Stewart 13th. Gomez in 14th. And that's it. Just 14 drivers out here tonight.
And at the looks of things, it's going to be one of these vintage style fall Charlotte races like we used to see back in the day, as far as racing during the day, and even, you know, before they started doing the Coke 600 under the lights, and after the they would wait till after the TV and all, how that's
Yeah.
all scheduled to be. They don't want to step on no one's toes, so they started scheduling the 600 basically around sunset into the evening and everything. They wanted the Indy 500 to get well and over with everywhere, and have their Memorial Day festivities and all, with rightfully so.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
and so anyway, I love seeing good day racing at Charlotte because, like I said, it kind of gives you a feel for what it used to be back in the day without the lights. Some leagues love to use the lights as much as they can. I don't
Yeah.
mind it, but I feel like you can kind of lose yourself, get cluttered with lights with all your racing. But it's a nice mix up. And also, this race is also ran during the day, the Roval race, which,
Blech.
Robbie trying to kind of mimic, right? But, it's ran during the day. They decide not to run it at night like IMSA did during its first or second year being an actual
Yeah.
thing. IMSA, owned by the France family, went there and they ran a race, which it was more like Noah's Ark running. But
Yeah.
anyway, coming through 3 and 4 here.
Yeah.
Um, I'm kind of surprised NASCAR hasn't tried to run the Roval at night with all the lighting that they have at Charlotte, but that's
Yep.
another story for another time. We're not at the Roval, we're at the Oval here at Charlotte
Yep.
to run this race. And man, like I said, I think it's going to be a doozy of a race. We're going to have fuel mileage here at the first stage, and off to Joshua.
Pace car is off and away for the first time here tonight into the Geico start zone. Here we go. Green is out for the first time. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing here tonight at Charlotte, not the Roval.
Yes, sir. This is not the Roval. So,
All right.
not the Roval. What is this? A 225? So, I'm trying to remember the mileage.
230 miles.
Oh, okay. Not the Roval 230, so.
All right. Well, first lap is going to go to Zachary Rongich. Yeah, I'm already seeing Joseph
Who is that? Deutscher?
Kossi.
Or, not,
I think that was Kossi.
that was Adams. Jason Adams with the twitch of death out of turn number 4. Yeah, I'm sorry. The paint schemes threw me off for just a moment. I like the Gatorade car, the old Darrell Waltrip Diegard. Multiple drivers drove in that Diegard Gatorade car, but the most famous one to remember everybody from will probably be Darrell. So,
Yep. Oh, Zachary up front for the second time. Chris Paff moving ever so closer to him in the Gatorade 22. It looks like Zachary running the high side now. He said he may pull back. Well, looks like he's doing just that as Chris goes to the inside of him, makes the pass. Chris now up front. Thomas Sherman coming from 5th into 3rd already in the, 23 on the car, but 14 in the driver bar. Now he's going to look to the inside of Rongich. Oh, a little bit of shaky from Thomas Sherman out of turn number 4. That, I think, is going to be a problem for everybody here tonight. You've got to be careful. Here we go. 3 wide for the... Nope. 21 backed out of that one.
turn number 4 has historically kind of been a calamity corner, maybe turn number 2, but I think with the track conditions this evening, what we will be seeing will definitely be turn number 4 might just be, like we just saw there with Deutscher tagging the wall. Now, depending on how significant of a hit that is, that will be extremely tragic to the undercarriage of this car. The suspension and all that, the toe links and armco, not armco, that's a wall. But, he's got some scrapage to the right side of that automobile. So, here comes teammate Bridgman around the outside.
He hit that wall pretty hard. We seen it. Chris Paff leading the way, getting a little bit of a gap in about half a second. Now Everett Grover, Brian Odell, congratulations to Bunny on that silver, man. Stephen Lane, John Black out in chat, as well as Brendan Kennedy and Mr. Solid Snake. That would be Operator Solid Snake. Glad to see all of y'all out there tuning in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. We're already seeing now Philip up into 2nd, Zach up into 3rd. Looks like Zachary still kind of falling back. A little bit of a wiggle by the 38. Thomas Sherman right there in 5th with Jason Adams, Ryan Messer, and Joseph Cossey in tow. But I do want to go ahead and give a real quick shout out to the partnership with W.GG. W is energy drinks made specifically to help you be better. No fillers, no maltodextrin, and no fake dyes. Use code MSTV 10% for 10% off of your order. Big shout out to WGG on the partnership out there. And Chris is leading 5 laps, and it looks like Phillip now going to go to the inside and up to the top spot out of turn number 2 for the first time here tonight. Will?
Yes, indeed. Bridgman taking the lead away from Path in the 22 machine. So maybe Path might be falling back maybe now to conserve after leading a few laps there, but he's still ever present in the top 3 at the moment. So we'll look a little bit further back. You have some of, so it's a short field this evening, not too drastic, but so you can be a bit conservative. You can fall back a little bit and kind of conserve that fuel or conserve that tire more so. At the moment, we are worried about fuel, so that's why you see, stage will be at 53, 54. So these drivers can't make it that far, but they're going to try to make it as far as they can from the looks of things, or doesn't look like anybody. If anybody starts to cut it in half, it may be tricky, but you don't want to do that because you could get trapped a lap down by people that actually can go the distance, because like I talked about it's not like it's a 25, 36 car field this evening. So, tight there coming out of turn number 4 between Messer and Sherman.
Yeah,
I thought Ashley was in the 14. Is he in the 10 or the 14? I thought, obviously he's not in the 14 anymore, but Clifton Ashley, is he in the 10?
Clifton, I believe.
I know he's not here tonight, but
yeah, he's
I
not here.
I thought he was. I remember one season, right? He was the 14. I'm not wrong, right?
I'd have to go back and look.
Well, yeah, that would have been years, right? But I feel like he was the 14 at one point. He must have been the 10 earlier whenever we saw him.
Man, this is a good.
I'm trying to remember.
Good group back here. Cossey,
yes,
Messer,
this is.
Yalro, Adams, and
they've been door to door now for.
Even in the mix.
They've been door to door now for at least 5 laps.
That looks like Chris back up to the front now, as Zach Deuscher not able to get around him. This is back up toward the front. Top 3 starting to pull away here a little bit more back here to the back, though, where the battle is at, or the battles, I should say. I see Yalro, Adams, and Hartwell screaming out of turn number 2, and there goes a move by Yalro to the inside. Oh, man. Once these tires really start to show, coming out of turn 2 and turn 4, we'll start really seeing it. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of it now, Will, but not as bad as, you get 20, 30, 40 laps on a set of tires.
See, now the problem with turns 3 and 4 that we're seeing, you have to back up the corner entry right around that white stripe that you just saw on the track. Okay, that's either before or right there. You can't do it any later than that because you will flotate to that wall. Anyway, that turns 3 and 4 is where the tunnels are underneath the track to access the track for the tractor trailers and so on.
Kind of like the tunnel turn at Pocono.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be bumpy over there. And as you say, as if we were going to be racing at Sebring or any other bumpy track, respect the bumps. So you want to really let your car glide through here, pick it back up on corner exit. But the problem you're going to be having is you're probably possibly going to be putting too much wheel into the car through the corner. And on corner exit, that's where on corner exit you're going to have that transitional hop. and you could have that twitch like we've already seen from a handful of drivers so far. So keep on the lookout. Yes, Deutscher back. Newt, yes, like you say, hasn't led a lap yet. So coming to the stripe, if he can stay out front, he will lead this lap.
Yeah, I think he'll hold it here.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. Lap number 17 already, folks. Top three still kind of pulling away a little bit, about a second, a little under a second behind Rongich. And then you've got, well, you've got the train of cars behind Rongich here. Kossi, Yarrow, Messer.
Call these the conservative bunch because they're not pushing like our top three are. Our top three are probably just thinking, yeah, we're racing, we're leading the race, but yeah, we're trying to conserve. But what's behind going on in their mirror is some type of Atlanta super speedway or Daytona-esque style train of like who can be the best conservator of fuel or just tire at the moment. We have a lot of people just staying in fifth gear. I thought we might see a lot of downshifting into fourth, going into. Let's stay on board if we can, Joshua.
Yeah,
let's see what Sherman does. It seems like Sherman is staying in fifth gear. You would have thought I was still in the bottle, Joshua. So Sherman still in fifth gear all the way around. So that is to kind of prove the point that yes, he is a little bit in conservative mode, but at the same time he's in this battle group here that's
wow, that got close. Wow.
Very close and hairy between Kossi and Rongich.
Oh, no, that was.
Yeah, Rongich right in front of Yarrow right there.
Yeah,
yes,
that was Rongich. Yeah, well, we seen that one. All right. But yeah, Thomas is staying in fifth gear here.
And exactly what I talked about going to turn 3. If you're the car below on that white line, and if say there's a car in the middle that's not really necessarily pinching you, but your air is going to get taken off from the low side, you're going to walk up into that car. It's going to get very tight, confined racing here at Charlotte. And it's very easy to do, walk it up the track. This is going to be the easiest track ever to do that at, probably. Any other mile and a half, it is the same way, but more so here at Charlotte because, it's so close together.
Oh man, Yarrow, Rongich, Sherman, Hartwell,
what a
Messer,
great battle.
Kossi, Adams, all sandwiched right here together. You got Gilmore a little bit further back, Stewart and Gomez. They're just kind of hanging back. I think they're playing it a little safer than what the rest of these guys are because there's gaps between all of them, and so they're I guess you could say conservative mode. Oh, Gomez coming down pit road as we speak. So maybe he's thinking, okay, we can't make it regardless. So go ahead and come down pit road and get fuel. We'll see what he does. Don't see anybody else coming down pit road to you.
No, sir. Kosik, he normally pits way off schedule, off sequence from everybody. So this is definitely him splitting this stage, this opening stage, because it does look like he's getting back out there on track. So he's splitting this stage definitely in half. So this battle train, or conservative train, now Yarrow has the lead of it at the moment. Sherman, Messer, but the overall lead still being contested with Deutscher and Path. So everybody has a distinct line going through these corners, but on the straightaway we try to stay tucked up and only have that air from the car in front. Yarrow slowly reeling in the 48 of Bridgman.
Kind of keeping an eye on it here. Yeah, there's Bridgman.
Oh,
there's Yarrow.
Now Bridgman has decided maybe I need to save a little bit. Who knows? Normally he does. Normally he'll be one of the people that, if anything, he will be saving from the start of the green flag. But he has decided I wanted to be racy early on, and I believe he's burned his stuff up. If anything, Joshua, maybe that's just maybe hypothetical.
25 laps of the stage here.
Ooh, Kossi looking underneath Rongich. He about clipped the apron in the middle of 3 and 4. So, man, he's trying to pass every chance he gets, every run he gets. Got to commend Kashi
Gotta
for
be
being
careful,
racy.
Bo. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Not 3 wide yet. Wow, boy, every time they go 3 wide,
Hartwell.
they do not get it 3 wide. Somebody backs out of it, which is a smart thing to do.
Amen. Because it's only 25 laps
Yeah,
into this
you still
race.
got a
You know, we have
long
not
way
fully
to
completed
go.
26. Now we have.
Yeah, you got a long way to go. So, Chris Paff leading the way. I do not see Tara in chat. I'm sure she's out there somewhere. But I know we've got 9 out there watching right now, but we only got 4 likes. Hit the like button, folks. We'll have a double. Y'all's going to be in double trouble tonight. Myself and Will over here at the Dave Bush Sim Racing Elise Cup Series, and then Mr. Steven will be going live here pretty quickly right here on MaxspeedTV with that NSRA. So make sure y'all tune in to both of them. Hit the like button on both of them. Share both streams out there. Hit subscribe on one, because if you hit subscribe on the other, you're going to unsubscribe. So just hit subscribe on one of them.
Well, like, as long as they are subscribed, you know, they got the notification bell, just like the video or like the stream. My apologies. And until the stream is over, it doesn't become a video, I guess.
Yeah, hit the like button on both. Of course, he'll be firing up here. I've lost my mouse. I don't know where it went.
Brian Odell out there in chat. Who's your favorite basketball team? Mine is the Boston Celtics, but that's just me.
I don't have a favorite NBA team.
He said he was also watching a basketball game. That's why I asked that question. Oh, he's watching a WNBA game?
Yeah, the Women's National Basketball Association. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That's I thought he was watching an NBA game.
Well, he is. It's just the women.
Oh. I don't. Anyway.
Is that what you were gonna say?
No, not at all. Not at all. That's our laugh for the evening, everybody. So 30 laps into this race, no caution yet, but we are waiting on the stage break at lap 53, 54. I like what the painter for Kasi did. He put some purple highlights to the flames of the old Ricky Rudd paint scheme that he debuted at Darlington. So he has kind of spiced it up a little bit. So that's good to see, some creativity. You know, it's not the same thing that he's been running. It's slightly different.
It's a different type. I mean, same paint, just got the.
He spiced it up a little.
Yeah, he's got the flames.
He put that. He put that. That chef from the Food Network would always say, "Bam!" You know, like, you know.
I don't watch.
Plagassi.
Yeah, I don't watch the Food Network.
Oh well, whenever I was a kid, it's things that get etched into your brain that you don't want there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If I get done, Steven, I'll definitely pop over. But yeah, we might be done at the same time, seeing as well we're doing 153 laps here, and I think you're only doing 80. So. But Deutscher scraping the wall again right there. Let's look at that damage again. Oh, he keeps getting closer and closer to that wall.
Yes, on that STR Motorsports mobile.
And they do not have fast repairs, guys. So
no, they do not.
They've got to be careful. They've got to be extremely careful. And with a small field out here, you do not want to lose. Oh, Chris coming down.
Stops.
Yeah, Chris is coming down pit road. Is there anybody else going to follow? I do not see anybody. Oh, here comes Robbie Sterling.
No, Robbie's going to. Well, since he unfortunately. For a minute there, I thought he was actually rolling backwards, but you rewinded it so fast. Yeah. Man.
No. Heavy.
That's going to be. Yep. Now, because that was on pit road, that was classified on pit road, no caution.
Yeah.
And in the past, NASCAR has had to.
Too much damage.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think.
That's a lot of damage.
Well, I did say be careful on pit road, didn't I?
because things like that, as we just
Yeah.
witnessed, can and will happen to you, especially now since they introduced the roll configuration to Charlotte. They put up that pesky wall that you can do your Matt Kenseth impersonation with over there. So yeah, what else can you say about that besides it being a pesky wall?
I mean,
Robbie going to hopefully maybe have a top 10 day as how many cars were here this evening. That's not going to happen now. I have to agree with you.
yeah, well, I mean, he's going to try and get as much of it as he can
Well, I mean, he
fixed,
still could
but
have a top 10 day, maybe.
yeah, depending on exactly, kind of what happens the rest of the race here tonight, but, as of
He
right
killed it.
now, yeah, his car is
You know that
not
old saying,
pretty.
Joshua? You know that old saying whenever they say, go out, break a leg? Well, he broke a leg to that car. Yeah, he broke a leg.
He broke something.
But anyway, the battle for the lead has got enticing since Chris Paff has made his pit stop here before the stage break, like we thought some drivers may or may not do. So Ryan Messer took the pass against Yarrow and took his position away, and now setting his sights on Deutscher. Everybody finally cycling back up to Deutscher except for Rogic, who is still chilling.
We still have other drivers that'll have to come down.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That looks
It's,
like Deutscher, Messer. Looks like Messer going to go to the outside for the first time. So we have a new leader, but can he hold it? Ooh, got a little wiggly there, but it looks like he is going to grab his first lap lead here. And they have been out of here with that lap, 39 laps. So really, tires really starting to show, and all the way back to Philip Bridgman sitting in 10th. Everybody in the top 10 is going to have to pit at some point, I think.
yeah, I have to go with you there. I feel like everybody, no matter how hard you try, I mean, hey, we could be surprised and our jaws be dropped at the end of this stage when we see, some people actually go the stage distance. But I don't know that I would be in disbelief at that point that someone made it the stage length on, fumes, digital fumes in that fuel cell. So,
Ooh.
yeah, that was close for
and Sherman both got
Mm-hmm.
wiggly there. It's like Hartwell trying to make a power move from 10th to 2nd now. Trying to run down Ryan Messer. Do they have enough fuel? We are lap 41. Come to lap 42 the next time by. It looks like Hartwell looking to the outside of the 16. Ryan Messer and company still staying out though. Nobody else diving down pit road as of this moment. And Brandon Hartwell, ooh, got tight. Brandon has not led a lap yet, but he is up front with Yarrow in 2nd now. Well, now let's see what Brandon is going to do. Stay out, of course.
Yes, this race is at the moment being filled with a lot of comers and goers. People either kind of burnt their stuff up a little bit early or peeled off, made their pit stop already, and then cycles to the front, and maybe they lead a lap or two, then they cycle back, let someone else take over. So people earning their points tonight, that's for sure.
With the small field, everybody that is in the top 12 that is here. We have Hartwell, who's not in the top 12, but we've got Yarrow, Deutscher, Messer, Kossi, Rogic, Adams is not, Bridgman, Half. We got Gomez and a heartbreaker for Robbie Stewart, unfortunately. Not going to help out Robbie situation, any at all?
No, not at all, unfortunately, because of just, yeah, unfortunate circumstances trying to break for pit road. Whenever you get locked up, the car just goes straight. And unfortunately now, like I said, since the rollable configuration finally took its ugly shape, they added a pit wall for some reason. I don't understand. I guess so they could, as if you couldn't make out where to go, you know. But
Well, it looks like we've still got, well, lap 46. We'll be coming to lap 47 here. I think at this moment you've kind of really made your bed. If you've stayed out there, you can't pit now unless you absolutely have to. So if you're out there coming to lap 47, you pretty much have made your bed. You got to stay out, go as long as you can, see what happens. Chris Paff, first driver a lap down, trying to work his way up toward the leaders here to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, and I think he'll be able to do it with those newer tires. I don't think he took tires. 5.5 second stop, so I don't think he took tires. He might have just took enough fuel to make it to the stage, but with that being said, I mean, he's driving like he took tires. Lap number 48. So remember, white flag at 53, and then the caution when they come back around and take 54, of course, in honor of Mr. Dave Bush out there. Dave, we are still thinking of you, buddy. Oh no, Brandon Hartwell is going to have to come down. Yarrow, Deuscher, Sherman. I had a feeling they was not going to be able to make it. And, well, that gave the lead up to Kossi, Messer, and Rongich right here as well. These guys have stayed out. How can they make it? Be a big question. Let's ride along with Joseph here real quick. He is saving. So we know Kossi's saving. Let's see what Rongich is doing right behind him. He's trying to stay in the draft of him. Oh, yeah, Rongich definitely saving as well. Messer likewise. Going back here to Jason Adams. And Jason might be saving, but he's not shutting off his engine or clutching. So, lap number 51. Oh, man, this is going to be close. Well, if anybody can do it, I think it's Kossi, Rongich, Messer. And I'm not saying Adams can't do it either, but, you know, it's definitely going to be close on fuel. And coming to lap number 52 here. Next time by will be the white flag for the stage. Oh, man, now I'm starting to yawn. Will, why'd you start that?
I didn't do it. I did not do it tonight. It wasn't me this time.
No.
So normally it is me. I do agree, though. So
Adams down
Rongich,
pit road.
who's going to have enough fuel here? Who's going to play pressure amongst thieves and try to pressure somebody into maybe making a mistake as far as Rongich maybe causing Kossi to overdrive his automobile? This is the penultimate lap of the stage. So,
And white flag in the air
Yep.
here. So,
down the back straightaway for the final time.
yep.
Rongich kind of peeking to the outside, has a headlight, but then Kossi goes to cut that off.
Nope, here we go.
Now.
Nope. Zachary, I don't think is going to try it. Let's see. Down and out of turn number 4. At the line, it's going to be Joseph Kossi. But I think Joseph ran out of fuel.
Man.
Oh, Oh.
He's got to stay up to speed. He's got to maintain pace speed.
Well, the caution come out, but right at the line, Cossey did hit the stripe first. But I think
But yeah, I think
Cossey
he's out of fuel.
is out of fuel.
Pits, I think, is open, right? Like they normally open pits.
No, they got to catch all the way back around,
Oh, yeah,
and
they gotta
Cossey
catch up to-
is not going to
Oh,
be able to
emergency
do
pit
it.
stop. So he's going to have to restart at the end of the
Yep.
field, right? That's
Yeah.
going to be his penalty, starting at the end of the
Yep.
longest line.
Yep. Coming down
Wow.
in a closed pit. Now, he did cross the line first, but I think the rule states they have to go around the track. I don't know. Now, if that's the case, Rogic would be your stage winner, not Cossey. Because Rogic is still out there. Under his own power. Probably still try to save as much as he can to get back around. Now, I have it as Cossey winning the stage because he hit the line first, but that's exactly what I'm going to go with until I hear otherwise. All right. Well, we'll get Joseph down here and talk to him and ask him about it. He did have to come down a closed pit, so and he is going to have to, it looks like. Oh, he stopped. So he must be waiting on the rest of the field to come around here. Well, let's see here if we can talk to Joseph. I don't know if he'll want to talk or not, but we'll see here. Joseph Cossey, got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, well, you crossed the stripe first to win the stage, but it looked like you ran out of fuel there and had to come down pit road at a, with it being closed. Talk about it. What happened down there, buddy? Was that the case?
Yeah, I ran out of fuel. I wanted the stage win. I knew Zach was going for it as well, and I tried to save fuel, but then when he started putting on his insult to try to get to the front, I just used a little too much.
Oh man!
But it's all right. I'll be fine. We're gonna go at this again, and we're gonna try to win this thing.
All right. Well, I got you down as the stage winner. That's what we're gonna go with. So, good luck down there for the rest of the race here tonight, buddy. Let's see what you got.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, Joseph Cossey, unofficial stage winner that we know of. I don't have Robbie Darnell in chat to confirm any of that. Unfortunately, Robbie had to go change a tire, and he was unable to make it here tonight. Looks like Thomas Sherman has taken his car behind the wall here tonight. Robbie Stewart is back out onto the track. All right, well, let's see here what they got in store for the final stint of the race tonight at Charlotte. We've got Messer, Bridgman, Paff, Rongich, Gilmore, Hartwell, Cossey at the tail end. It looks like Gilmore is going to be up ahead of the 88 due to the fact that, well, unfortunately, Cossey had to come back down. It looks like Cossey is coming back down pit road again. Maybe just to top more off on fuel. So, like Gomez got to get his lap back here. Back up on the lead lap, setting in 8th right now. Well, coming to lap 59 when we get the green. All right. Well, get us going, Will, if you would, please.
So we have Ryan Messer and Philip Bridgman on the front row for this restart. Good to see them on the front row up here. Bridgman had some good, seems like 25 lap, maybe 30 lap speed. We never got to see Philip's troop speed. It seemed like he wanted to fall back and maybe conserve a little bit after that 25 laps was up. Ryan, on the other hand, he was charging. He was there towards the end of that stage, but second row, you have Chris Paff, who was leading early on with our pole sitter, Rongich. And it's a long wait for this green flag, but we finally got it. A lot of tire spin. A lot of tire spin from that first place sitter, Ryan Messer, at our moment of time. Tonight, though, on Costi, our stage winner, because like we talked about, he started at the tail end of our line.
Yeah.
Gonna have to fight and claw back, and already trying to slice and dice. But he's just waiting.
I think
but
if
way
anybody can claw himself back, it'll be the 88. I mean,
yeah, he's fine. I agree.
We already know what Costi is capable of doing. I mean, we could just look at throughout the season of what he's done, and you know, he can definitely claw himself back up. So
close between Messer trying to slide chop right up in front of Rongich. Rongich then going to propel him into turn 3. Tight battle. Three competitors, Paff, Rongich, and Messer, second, third, and fourth there. Boisher now driving back up to these gentlemen.
He is a lap down, though. Boisher and Adams is a lap down, so they're going to have to figure out a way to get that lap back without a yellow. And right now, you know, green flag conditions, you know, the only yellow we've had is that stage. So, unless we... Oh, Chris! There's a wall there, buddy. He wasn't the only one that tagged it. Rongich did it, too.
32 to 20 Liberty playing tonight? Wow. Okay, yeah, I didn't know they played on Sunday.
New York Liberty and
college goes into Monday, eh?
No, that's not college. It's WNBA.
Oh, that. Oh my goodness. That's as much as the score is? Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't watch women's ball. Sorry.
I don't watch women's ball either.
Okay, see, I'm not in the club. Thank you, Joshua. Anyway.
Oh, Jeff Gilmore's coming back
Gilmore.
out. Yeah, he's coming back out. Oh, he's coming back out.
My bad.
He came down pit road, and he's coming back out.
I thought he tagged the wall or something.
No, he
had a moment.
He come down pit road, and now he's coming back out. Unfortunately,
that
2
camera
laps
angle
down.
With the fence,
so.
It was hallucinating. I'm just going to use a lot of excuses to... I just fell off the turnip truck. Excuse me. Bridgman with a pretty good lead early goings in this run here over Rongich. So interesting to see here. Rongich looks like better running down. He's got in the clean air away from that battle pack. He's got Paff right now. Boisher. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. I'm so confuzzled with the lap down and all the different strategies that happened beforehand. And
that's all right. We're just kind of.
I know you just reminded me about it, but man, that went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep.
Other things.
We're just keeping an eye out on it right now. We've only got 7 drivers on the lead lap, so yeah, Minnesota leads. Oh, wiggle there by the 24 of Adams.
I guess after a while, you just can't.
Oh, and then he tagged the wall. Oh, man. All right,
I guess after a while, you just run out of names to name sports organizations, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't keep up with the women, so I don't
Oh, I was
really.
just making a joke
yeah.
about sports names.
I don't really watch women, so.
There was this. You'll get a kick out of this. There's this European sports car racing team that races the GT Challenge Europe series. They failed at Aston Martin's this past race season. They used to race Audi, but the race team name is Come to You. Yep, I knew you'd get a kick out of it.
Wow.
Come to You Race.
Wow.
It's an online domain, kind of like how a GoDaddy.com was.
Yeah.
But it's like European stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny though. I knew you'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah. Phillip, second, a little over a second ahead of Zachary Rogich, who's got a lot of company behind him. Chris Paff, Brian Besser, Brandon Hartwell, Cossey, the 24 of Jason Adams, who is a lap down, but he is still up here with the lead pack.
Yeah, they are really heating it up. They're trying to keep one lap down. You know, like I said, for a change, it's not me doing that noise. So.
Well, after working today, I'm tired.
Hey, man, I understand. Oh, man, it's awful close. Messer, Deutscher, Hartwell, Paff.
Oh, we're just still kind of hanging out here with Hartwell, Paff, Rogich. Like a little bit ahead of them here. Messer coming up on the 25 of Hartwell now to the inside. Going back a little bit further, Cossey is trying to catch up to him. That's the 45 of Yarrow ahead of him. Yarrow's 3 laps down. Like I said, only 7 drivers on the lead lap. So not really a whole lot per se, you know, going on with the lead lap cars, unless you get up here to Paff, Hartwell, Messer. That's really about it. Got the 24 of Adams kind of stuck right up here with them, and he ain't backing off. He's not gonna make it easy. Robbie Stewart just picked up a position over Thomas Sherman. So Robbie goes up into the 12th spot here. Guaranteed a top 12 for Robbie Stewart. Ooh, little wiggle there by the 25 of Hartwell. I know we got Hartwell fans out in chat. Where are they at? Everett Grover, how you doing out there, buddy? I see you. Don't think I didn't see you. I see you out there, buddy. Oh, yeah, he pulled a Kyle Larson. Yeah, coming down pit road. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. It looks like Zachary now pulling away a little bit, but we're still keeping an eye on this group right here. Man, ooh, wiggle by the 24 of Adams. That's going to put Hartwell to the inside, but not for position. Like I said, Jason's a lap down. So not for position, but you know, it is for a racetrack spot, I guess you can say. And Messer dropping it down.
$75 laps complete of this 230-mile event. Bridgman currently in the lead over Rongich, about a second and a half lead as far as that goes. Looking a little bit further back over here.
Yeah,
So
there's a gap between Bridgman and Rongich for sure.
and then you have this gaggle,
Yeah.
this whole swarm of cars,
Yeah.
lead lapping and lead lapping.
Big old honeybees. We can call them honeybees. Oh, Cossey. Last driver on the lead lap now. Yeah, he's trying to catch the 21 of Zach, but Zach's also a lap down. So, let's see here. Chris Paff would be the next driver, or the driver that Cossey would need to get around 4th position if Cossey can get up there to him. Well, getting up there is one thing. Passing them is a different animal in itself. Looks like Braden out there rooting on the 48 of Philip Bridgman out front. He's been out front for, quite a few laps here. 23 laps at this moment. Started in 9th, running up top here. Rongich at about 1.2 seconds behind him. Still got that skedaddle behind him, though. Yeah, that's your typical pick, the leader. Whoever is leading, that's who he picks. So he's guaranteed to have a winner. Now coming up on 8 o'clock Central and 9 o'clock Eastern. Still have a handful of laps to go, though.
Almost definitely.
Looks like we are going to be coming up on pit stops here, though, in roughly 15 or 20 laps, give or take. So around the 95 to 100 mark is when we'll see these guys probably start coming down pit road. Might be 105, but I doubt it. Well, Chris Paff now under fire from Cossey. So he did catch up to the 22. Now he's got to get around him. And he did. Wow. Oh, wow, Paff all over the back end of the 88. I mean, literally. Oh, what is that feedback there, Will? You playing with your microphone there, buddy? I'm hearing it.
Did I fix it? Dashel? Is it gone? Is it still there?
It's still there, but not sure exactly why. Oh man. And now I'm having Discord issues. Give me just a second here.
Do I still have feedback?
No, you don't have feedback now. All right, there we go. All right. I had to jump out of the room and jump back in it in order for my voice for the voice thing to work again. Discord don't like
Yeah,
it.
I just thought I'd leave and rejoin and then unplug everything and plug it back in, see if that worked.
Yeah, it did. Well, Rongich up front now. Did get around Philip. And we got Messer in 3rd, Hartwell in 4th, Cossey coming up on Hartwell for the 4th spot. Right now, Cossey in 5th. And Chris Paff there in 6th. And that's it of the lead lap. Deutscher in 7th, 1 lap down. Jason Adams in 8th, 1 lap down. Jeff Gilmore 9th, 2 laps down. Michael Yarbrough in 10th, 3 laps down. Gomez at 11th, 3 laps down. Robbie Stewart 23 laps down after hitting the pit road trash can barrels. That's what I call them. He is back out onto the track, but unfortunately sitting back in the 12th spot. Tough break for Mr. Stewart. 38. It's Zachary Rogich right now there, Braden. Will, I cannot hear you at all.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you was talking. Yep.
No, sir, just soaking it all in.
All right.
So, yep, Rongich taking the lead back away. So now Messer finally getting away by Bridgman, and now a little bit further behind that, Cossey has made his way by this group and setting his sights on the podium.
He's got to get up and around Phillip. Phillip, I don't think, is going to make it easy on him. We'll see what Phillip does. Lap 88 here. Speaking of the 88, that's who we're on right now. It seems like I'm very good at that. And Chris Papp now looking back to the inside, but not going to be able to make anything of it. Get a little tight there. 88. 48, 22, all right there together. Don't look now. There's the 25 of Hartwell making his run up here as well. It ain't halftime, Brian. We don't have halftime here. We don't have halftime in NASCAR. If you had halftime in NASCAR, it would take... instead of, you know, the usual 3.5, 4 hours, it'd take probably 6 hours to finish your race. Could you just picture that, Will, having a halftime in NASCAR? You know, they run half the race, and they'll have like a 20 to 30 minute halftime. You know, all the drivers get a break and, you know, get something to drink, and, you know, then they jump back into the car and go finish the other half.
You know, that only happens under red flag conditions sometimes, right?
Yeah,
sometimes,
true.
like during the Daytona 500 that Montoya hit the jet dryer,
yeah,
right?
I remember that.
Drivers were allowed to get out their cars, go to the bathroom because they had to repatch, you know, the track surface. Different times, like say rain and such on an oval. Normally, if it's not New Hampshire, they can go to the bathroom and such, or get a snack if they need during a rain delay. So in a way, you may be able to get a halftime, so to speak, because races don't get called until at the halfway or after mark. But yeah, it would be something to see. Hey, now ARCA and other series like late model stocks and such, depending on the racing series, you may get a small break, but it's not. You won't necessarily see a driver that will jump out of their car unless they can do it in a timely manner and run to the porta potty. But thank you, Brian O'Dell, for getting the right year. I always get it confused if it's 2012 or 2011. I never can quite remember. I always want to say it's 2011, so thank you. I always get them mixed up.
All right, well, we should be getting closer and closer to pit stops here. They've been out here 38, 36, 37, 40 laps. We are edging to that window for pit stops here. I don't think I would push it to lap 50 or to about 50 laps on fuel. I don't think I'd do it this time.
Well, we saw a couple of drivers do that, so.
Well, Cossey ran out of fuel doing it. So, you
Yep.
know, I don't know if he'll try to make that same call and maybe save a little bit earlier or what. But, you know, we'll find out here.
That's 95 laps complete, about to be actually completed here, working lap 95. No caution except for the stage caution, so great to see. Green flag at the moment all the way through, except, like I said, for the stage break. So lots of strategy still unfolding because you have some drivers that got trapped a lap down due to others being able to go the distance. So, ooh, oh my, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, Chris Paff, he'd get back around Cossey. Cossey right back there in 4th now, right where he started. Brandon Hartwell in 5th. He started 10th. Rogic still up front. Ryan Messer, though, all over the back end of him. I mean, he is right there. Let's cockpit here with Messer. Yeah, you know, just because we can. And he's shifting, so he's definitely not saving any. Ooh. That car rotate to the bottom, and now he's gonna be all over the back end of Zachary and down into, and there's that little slight bump. Did a very good job of dodging it. All right, well, did a little ride along there with Mr. Messer. Now he's going to look to the inside of Rogic.
I tell you, for only being, what, a 14-car field?
13, actually.
13? Okay, my apologies. For only being a 13-car field, you would have thought we had at least, you know, 20, 25 with how many good battles we've had all throughout this race.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 50, next time back, be 53 laps remaining. And like you say, when do you, you know, surely you don't want to get too far off with that fuel calculation and run that car dry. And
mostly Chris Paff has been out here. Okay, well, let's go with Rogic here, because this lap will be 44 laps. Chris Paff will be 45. Cossey will be 43. So I think they can go probably another 3 to 5 laps. And that'll put them right there close to that fuel window. I think they'll be able to make it because they won't burn off a whole lot. You know, coming down. Oh, Gomez is coming down. Let's see, Gomez has been out here. Well, it's showing 23 laps, now 24, but I'm not sure if that's right or not. But anyway, what I was saying was, because we're going to have about 50, 51 to go here next time by, you know, they get around that 50 lap mark, you know, maybe save a lap or two of fuel and then just hammer down and go. Now you got to be careful though with your tires. You know, how quickly do you want to burn your tires up trying to get back up to the front? You know, that's another question that they've got to, you know, ask themselves. All right, when do I want to go? You know, because save a lap or two of fuel, which I think you'll have plenty of fuel. You're gonna have to be careful.
now you're going to have to be careful for sure, because like we saw coming to the stage, ending caution, we saw drivers running out of fuel.
Well, let's see here what we've got. Got Messer, Rogic, and Path all within about less than a half a second between one another. Robbie Stewart coming down pit road here. Then you've got Cossey at about 2.3 seconds behind the top three. Brandon Hartwell, and that's it. Oh, here comes Phillip. Phillip Bridgman coming down pit road. I think from here, Phillip will be good to go. Lap 105, I think he'll be all right.
Yes.
And Ryan's not going to come down. However, Phillip is. Here comes Chris Paff down pit road. He'll be good to go from here. Brandon Hartwell is coming down as well. He'll be good to go. Michael Yarrow, likewise, also down pit road. He'll be good to go from here as well. He is, though, 3 laps down. I would imagine we'll see Messer, Rogic, and Cossey come down pit road here before too long. Okay, here comes Messer, our leader, coming down pit road. Rogic stayed out. Here comes Cossey now. Oh, did he get it? Whoa, down in time. Gonna be interesting. We'll see here. I did see somebody else come down as well. Okay, that was Cossey and Messer coming down. All right, and oh, there's somebody else. Oh, Deutscher is coming down. Interesting. All right. Oh, Rogic out there now. 51 laps. Now, I just seen before it changed, Ryan Messer was out there 53 laps, Will. So, I guess if you save enough, you could go 53 laps. I just don't think I'd chance it. And here comes Rogic down pit road. All right, well, he is the only one other than Jason Adams and Jeff Gilmore that's going to have to come down. Looks like Jason is coming down now. Rogic is down pit road. That will give the lead, if he can make it back around, that'll give the lead up to Chris Paff with Messer and Cossey in tow.
And like we suspect, this will be the final pit stop of the evening for all these competitors involved. So
Yep.
once it does cycle out and everyone truly makes their final pit stop.
Messer putting pressure on the 22. Ryan coming in too tonight, tied with Rogic for the P2 spot. Chris Paff back in the 9th position, just on the outside of the cutoff line. Oh man, a good battle up front. Messer and Paff, Gatorade and Nos. Pick your poison. Which one do you want? And might as well throw a Snickers in the mix there too with the Grid Vision car.
Man, you're making me hungry for some chocolate. Did you say chocolate?
Oh man. Gonna be a good battle, I think. Rogic. Now, Rogic is coming out of turn 2. Cossey and the top 3 are just now entering turn 3, coming out of turn 4 here momentarily. Rogic is not too far behind, about 2.9 seconds, I think, with the fresh tires. I think he'll probably be able to catch him if he's careful. But a good battle for the lead. Messer, Paff, Cossey in tow. We're going to stay up here and watch the battle up front here for now. We'll see here if Rogic can catch this group. Ooh, little wiggle there by the 16. Now, is Messer and Path teammates?
You know, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't, you know, just out of curiosity, because if they are, Messer sitting in the second spot. You know, Cassie's already got. Well, going back over here looking here, he won round 1 of the top 12, so a win and you're in. He would already be into the top 8. So really, Cassie doesn't have anything to lose if that's the case, nor does Jim Coleman-Sperger. Jim's not here tonight, it looks like, but you know, going into the top, you know, let's say the top 8 next week, Cassie with a win locked in, doesn't have really anything to lose. I'd let Chris and Ryan battle it out. I think Ryan's okay, though, points-wise. I know Ryan would love to get a win. You'd have to go all the way back to New Hampshire, June 23rd, to when Ryan Messer got his last win of the season. He's only won 2, and both of those happened in the regular season. So, you know, I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen, but I think Ryan's doing pretty good. Chris Papp really, you know, really needs this one.
Yes, I have to agree with you there. It would be good momentum swing and just good overall for Chris. But he's sandwiched in between a couple of good racers and forces to be reckoned with Messer and Cassie, especially Cassie. Cassie just dominant force this season.
Watching Chris right here, right in the middle. Now looking at our point standings, like I said, Path coming in right up ahead over Robbie Stewart, Chris in 9th, okay? Gomez was right up ahead of him by 3 points in the 8th spot. Now Gomez not having a very good outing here, you know, tonight. I don't know. That's probably going to hurt Gomez. And then Yarrow not having, you know, a good faring out here tonight either. 3 laps down. That could have hurt in a way. You know, just a solid finish for Chris. He may jump Gomez. And it looks like my ATVO froze on me. Lovely. All right, well, let's go ahead and reset it now. We haven't had any yellows. So we'll go ahead and give it a reset here. The only yellow we've had was the stage caution. That was it. What it said, what, huh?
Very surprising.
Oh. And Path out front now.
Very surprising, I think, to only have one caution, and that be the stage caution at that.
Oh, Cassie into the wall. Go ahead. I just seen Cassie smack the wall.
Yes, sir.
So
just from how difficult and how grueling this track can be,
yeah.
We've seen turn 4 be very, very treacherous, almost make drivers go further than, you know, over that line, you know, threading a harsh needle coming out of turn number 4 we are here this evening. So
all right, well, bring up that driver bar again here for everybody. Half, Messer, Cassie, top 3, Rondich, about 1.6 seconds. Oh, he's closing. A little under a second and a half here, and closing up to Cassie. You see him right there. They enter turn 3. Here comes Cassie, or Rondich into 3. Now I'm getting them mixed up. Lovely. Calling Cassie Rondich and Rondich Cassie. I don't think either one of them will like that too well.
oh, that's exactly what they want us to think. It happens, whether you got 2 Zacharys or, you know, 2, you know, people that you got to try to put the focus on, right? So.
Right.
Closing in on that 25 lap to go mark, inching further closer to it. Man, this race has kind of flown by. That'll do that whenever you don't have
Any
any of those
yellows.
terrible towels waving.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, Josh.
Terrible towels. You call them terrible towels?
Yeah.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah, I like to call them terrible towels. It rolls off my tongue a lot better, too, than cautions. Cautions, it sounds... I don't mind calling them that. I mean, that's what they are, but it's just a little, you know, like my own little Squireisms, right? How Ken Squire had his own little knickknacks that he threw out there. I try to I try to make it sound more drastic than what it needs to be. So.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not at all, man. Path out here. He hasn't pitted yet, has he, or has he?
Oh yeah, everybody has. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
10-4, thank you.
everybody is good to go.
I thought he was going long.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
So, can he stay in front of Messer is the next question I present.
Not about 30,
and Tossie.
29 to go here, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yep,
30 to go.
Yep. Lap 125.
Game 6 as well. What's the score, Jeremy, to the Dodgers-Mets game? Please do tell.
I hope it's the Dodgers winning because one New York team
you're,
already
you're
made
a
it
Dodgers
in.
fan?
No, I'm just not a Mets fan.
Oh, okay.
Not a Yankees fan either. So.
Oh, well. hey, so if the Dodgers go, it's going to be the best of both worlds because I like both of those teams. So I'm a Yankees fan and a Dodgers fan. I like the Cubs and the Red Sox. Don't ask why I like two teams that I shouldn't like.
I like Boston.
Like the Yankees and the.
Yeah, I like Boston and Chicago. So, but I'm a Royals Braves fan. So I got my AL team and my NL team. So.
Right, like that's how I am. Everybody tells me, "Oh, you like to."
Messer got into the back of Chris. Good save, Chris. Oh.
And they're coming up on Robbie Stewart too. So how will Robbie face this, or how will they navigate Robbie, so to speak? That's what I always tell people. You know, you got to have a backup, or you got to have one for the other, like one NL, one AL at least.
And you got a wiggle there by the 16 of Messer as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Stewart's going to just let these guys go by to the inside. And that would probably be the smart idea.
So we could shortly have a four-car battle for the lead.
Looking at Rogic here, he's catching up. He is under a half a second. I mean, you do have
doing
Stewart.
Everything he can to keep Messer at bay, yes.
Yeah. Ooh, somebody's into the wall. I think that was Stewart. All right, next time by lap 130. The Day Bush Sim Racing League Cup Series Season 15, Top 12, Round 13 finale here at Charlotte. Presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. We start round 8 next week right here on MaxspeedTV. Right this moment, we don't know who will be in the round of 8 vying for the championship, but we can tell you what tracks are coming up. Las Vegas for round 1, Homestead for round 2, and round 3 is going to be Iowa, the community swimming pool, as I like to call it. And then, of course, Auto Club will be the championship race. But we've got to finish tonight and, of course, get through the next round. And a battle behind them here. Rogic as well, battling with Kasi. A battle for the lead as well. And here's that battle you was talking about, Will, coming up here. Battle for the lead, a battle for third. I mean, oh, there goes Messer now to the inside, getting around the Gatorade 22.
But Path, looking back, he peeked to the outside, and he's still peeking. That's making Messer do some aggressive driving too now. So most certainly, Rogic is going to definitely reel them in with his push hook here.
Yep.
And he's got Kasi in tow. So it is definitely a 4-car bang 'em up, shoot 'em up here at the end of this race.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any takers, or is it just
Uh,
4 drivers to compete?
Don't think Phillips got enough laps
No,
to catch
he's
him.
13 and a half off.
Man, now, I mean, if we do get the you-know-what, that will stack everybody back up again. But, you know, right now I don't think these guys are hoping for one. But, man, the top 4 right here are nose to tail. There goes Path looking back to the inside of the 16 for the lead. Yep, it's getting a little
moment
dicey.
in the center of the corner.
Oh, Kelsey gonna drop down. It looks like help Path out.
20 to go.
Oh man, yeah, 20 laps remain here tonight. Whoa, buddy. Well, who's gonna be the first knucklehead to go 3 wide? Yes, I called them knuckleheads. And oh man. $19 to go now, folks. Oh, Chris falling back to 3rd. Maybe he's burning stuff up a little bit too much. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get the run out of 2 here. Oh, boy, he tried it. Now down into turn 3. See what he can do. Can he get around Ryan here? Oh, push it up a little bit. Now Ryan, they're going to be out front. Down into turn 1 momentarily. There they go. I think we're just going to stay right here. There ain't really no sense in leaving the front right now because this is where the battle is.
Oh, 3 wide, 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide up front. Here we go. 38 in the middle. 22 on the bottom. 16 on the outside. 3 wide across the stripe and 3 wide down into turn number 1.
And it funnels up going into turn 1. So, man, Rongich kind of backed out of it a little bit there. So, that was great.
That is some outstanding driving by these guys.
And still caution free if you don't count the stage break.
Well, that could have went south quickly.
Kossi and Rongich are leaning on each other for 3rd place, final podium position. 16 laps remaining. We were just 3 wide for almost a whole lap here at Charlotte. Need I remind you, it's the narrowest mile and a half.
Yeah,
now they're leaning on each other for the lead.
Now, Piggy, be quiet. That's my little
Rongich up in the wall a little bit, dragging the wall down.
Ooh, yeah, looks like Path gonna be the leader at the stripe here. And down into turn number 1, they're still side by side. Jeez.
Take some words out of Kyle Petty's vocabulary book. Just incredible. Oh, Path into the wall. Exit of turn number 2. He gets arrow tight behind Messer. And man, that's so unfortunate, but he's staying in it, in the gas, in the throttle. He's not giving out. He's been here for this long. He's led 38 laps. He does not want to be denied at least a podium position, at least. Maybe he's kind of like how Brandon Moore is sometimes on the BNR side of things, or just whenever we can, you know, if you've ever got the chance to talk to Brandon Moore, man, he loves getting to finish on the podium. Maybe one day I could get Brandon over here to race SRU.
Oh man, well here we go, 13 to go. Chris gonna look back to the bottom here, trying to hold off now the 38 of Rongich.
Oh,
yeah, man, they are all over each other too. Ooh, Rongich giving the 22 a little bit of a shove there. Got Chris a little bent out of shape.
Yep, going through that quad oval there on the front straightaway.
Oh.
Double dog leg, so to speak. Got to take 2 lefts on the front straightaway.
Yep. Oop. Now it looks like Rocket's got a little tight there. And back up toward the front. Messer, Cossie, Paff, and Roggage still all right here together. There ain't really much of anything else going on the track here. It's, you know, been pretty much the top 4 here for, well, quite a few laps now. It was the top 3, and then Rogic caught back up to them, and oh, now it's really the top 4. Well, 10 laps remain right there at the line, folks. Oh, Ryan. Nine to go. You got the top 2 together, and then 3rd and 4th together. Chris Paff, Zachary Rogic. Let's see if they're going to be able to catch the back end of Joseph Cossie. I think Chris has got some damage. Oh, no, it was just the look of the car from that one angle. So, no, he does not have any damage that we can see here. All right, well, we just wanted to look just to make sure. Now they are going to be coming up at around the 24, Jason Adams. Jason staying high, it looks like. That is...
I'm kind of surprised that Rogic isn't able to get by Paff. He hasn't been able to dispose of him.
Well,
he's been very struggling at the moment, trying to get by the Gatorade machine.
Rogic has been running that high line against the wall too, so I don't know if that's by design or what, but it looks like it's helping Rogic out. Oh, Rogic! Oh,
that ain't helped him out right
wow,
there. Nope.
Yeah, he come flying up on the 24, and well, Jason was
almost was disaster.
Yeah, right there. So, well, that helped out Chris in a way.
Man, this battle for the lead, though. Mester and Cossie going at it. You got Snickers and Nas.
Oh, no, Ryan!
Mester in the wall.
Yeah. And Messer going to try to make that Nascar as wide as he can. And you got the Snickers Gold Vision car on the outside, side by side. Yeah, they are. Well, they're duking it out up front. They're still side by side.
It's still anyone's game here.
Yep. Out of turn number 2. Whoa,
Messer leaning on Cossie there out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. 5 laps remaining. 4th to stripe. This time by out of turn number 4.
Chris trying to make his run back up there as well. 4 to go here, folks. Oh, man.
All 4 cars in the same lead lap, in the same camera frame right there. So who's it going to be here with 4 laps remaining?
Oh, man. Good, hard racing up front. We're not done either, so... Three laps to go.
Cossie's trying to pull away. Messer's still in tow.
Well, I think Cossie, Messer, and Rogic are good, regardless. Points-wise, I think they're okay. 2 laps to go here at the line. Next time by will be the white flag, folks.
Yes, we are on the penultimate lap of this race. Do you want to try to pounce and make your move now? Do you want to wait till that white flag is out? You know there won't be a caution to settle anything, a
Nope.
green, white checkered scenario to where you have to restart it all, and maybe you're going to have some tire slippage. Messer hits the apron.
Yep.
He clips the apron. He's going to walk it up the track. That opens the door for the Gatorade machine.
White flag in the air.
Chris
One to
Pratt.
go.
It's going to be settled for themselves for second place here. Messer, I think, has a demanding lead now for the final lap of the race. I don't know, though, unless Messer, unless Cossie makes some type of drastic mistake going into 3. But right now, the battle is for second.
Battle is for second between Paff, Messer, and Rogic. Here we go. Out of turn number 4, Joseph Cossie going to win it here tonight. And your P2 finisher is going to be Chris Paff. Wow! Chris got second, barely. 12 thousandths of a second right there at the line with Ryan Messer in that third place spot. Good run by these guys. Man, all right. Well, we'll get the top 3 up here. It looks like they're going to be doing a little bit of clowning around there. I hope it's clowning around and not done too serious down there on the track. But Joseph Cossie grabbing the victory here tonight at Charlotte. Good win there by Cossie, and I think with that finish, I think Chris will be good to go, but we will find out, of course, going into next week. But hang tight, I get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show, folks, so give me just a minute, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. We're going to start here with the number 16 here of Ryan Messer. He led 33 laps here tonight, started 8th, finished 3rd. Messer, I don't know what to talk about down there here tonight, man. It was battles all around, and then when everybody got caught up to everybody out there, especially, you, Paff and Messer going at it. Then Rogic caught y'all. Now there's 4 drivers going at it. Man, it was a dogfight up front. But talk about it. Coming into tonight, tied with Rogic for the second, spot. I think points-wise, you're good to go. But with that being said, man, talk about Charlotte. How you feeling?
Yeah, it was a pretty wild one. Had a pretty good car. Just tried to figure out kind of in the early parts just what lines you had to run. Did you have to shift or not, just to try to save tires the best you could. So Just when I think I have the handle on saving in these cars, I get reminded pretty quick that I don't have it. So we felt good in the first part of that last stint there, and thought, oh, the car feels good. I don't think I'm abusing nothing. And then I tried to go at the end, and I think it was about lap 147, like a light switch. Just I had no more right front. It was not turning, and then they reeled right in. We had been racing a little bit at that point, so I knew that I thought the 38 would come back up through as well. We kind of me and the 22 not trying to blocked him in a bit and killed his momentum because he was coming quick. But then the 88, I knew he was going to be the one to really hold off at the end there. So we tried, but we'll try to get him at the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great race out here tonight by everybody. The only caution we had was the stage caution. We had some close calls, but nothing, that you would really have to be too concerned, I guess, per se. The cars did look like they got really loose out there over a period of the run, and then they got tight as well. Maybe you could elaborate just a little bit more on that.
Tight for the most part. Most times when you're downshifting on a track like this, it'll kind of make it looser. I found it would almost lift the front end, and it would get tighter when you tried downshifting, so you could get more speed out of it that way. But like for the long runs, I tried to just leave it in high gear and roll it down into the turn, and there was different ways of doing it, and you could see who was doing what. But then towards the end there, it was just you got to go wide open. So we were shifting and going on and burning it up. So there's definitely some different strategies, and you wouldn't think you'd shift on a track like this. But it definitely it makes it a driver's race for sure.
Yeah, well, awesome job on the third here tonight. I think you're good to go for the top 8. So, once everything's updated, we'll see how it plays out. But, round 1 of the top 8 starting at Las Vegas. How do you feel about Vegas, buddy?
Vegas is not my best track, but not my worst. Kind of like this one. Just I think we can probably manage. Win would definitely be good, but if we can try to keep aiming for top 5s or so, then that'll probably do just fine. But soon here, just top 5s isn't gonna cut it, so we got to try to go get everything we can get.
Yeah, definitely so. Alrighty, Master. We're awesome job out here tonight. Third place finish. Final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give, buddy.
Just a shout out to the SRU guys. It's been a great place to come and race, and we're winding down. Only got a few more races left, I think. So still going to be lots of good racing to come, I'm sure. It's been a lot of fun. You guys for putting the broadcast on. It's been a good place to come race.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming out here racing, Ryan. We'll see you, for the top 8 of Las Vegas, buddy. Go celebrate your third here tonight. We'll see you then.
Yep, thank
you, bud. All right, well, that is gonna bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, Chris Paff. Chris, you were, coming into tonight, buddy. You were on the outside looking in. Now, with, we kind of discussed it, or I kind of mentioned that prior to the interviews, with Gomez having some problems, Yarrow having some problems, you having a P2 finish out here tonight, leading laps as well, buddy. You started second, you finished second, probably got a pretty good shot of getting into the top 8, but with that being said, man, talk about Charlotte, the struggles, the sweatiness that y'all are feeling down there, man. We got to hear from you, buddy.
And it was really a tale of like 2 races, Josh, to be honest with you. I kind of just wanted to pace myself. I mean, 153 laps is a pretty lengthy 1.5 mile race.
Yeah.
A little bit over the top more than what we've been doing in the previous seasons. I think we'd probably do like 130 something, maybe 140, but I just wanted to pace myself for the first part, try to figure out how to save some right front and keep some in the bag, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I tried to stay in 5th the entire time for pretty much the first 3/4 of the race, first half of the race. But the only way to really get runs and to be competitive the way you need to be, you got to downshift, man. And then once we all got on top of each other on that last stint right there, it was just, I couldn't let Ryan go. I knew that I wanted to try to save, but I knew that if he got away, I probably wouldn't get back. So we had to make a race out of it for that last, I don't know what it was, 30, 40 laps we were going at it.
That was a lot.
Sending it on each other, slide jobbing, run each other tight. 2 wide, 3 wide, out of 4 potential 4 wide. We were double file following each other. It's crazy, man. I've never. That's probably the hardest I've raced in quite some time.
Well, I don't know if you even had it in your mind being, in the ninth spot. What did that even cross your mind, Eddie, tonight?
Yeah,
In the-
absolutely. I knew as soon as
Okay.
he updated the points earlier today, and I knew that with me missing that first race of this round, that I was going to need to either win and or try to get a stage win, and that failed out miserably. I don't know how Joseph and Zachary saved all that fuel. I thought for sure they would have to come in just get splashed, but clearly I misjudged that, and I need to learn on my fuel saving strategies a little bit better. But I don't even think I finished. I don't think I got any extra points on the stage. But yeah, I led some laps, get a point there, and then hopefully my finish gets me into the top 8 right there.
Yeah, I think it will. Gomez didn't have the best of night. He finished back in 11th. So you've got that over him. And Yarrow finished back in 10th. So you've got that over him. Now we'll see, who led laps where. I don't think either one of them led any laps going, just looking at it here, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, you got that, going for you on that side of things. We'll just have to see, but I think you'll be okay.
I'll get in by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Yeah, the hair of your chinny chin chin. You got that right. With that being said, man, yeah, it was a dogfight down there here tonight at Charlotte. I think that's one of the best races with the small field that we did have. That is one of the best Charlotte races I have ever called, and I'm being dead serious. We only had 13 start, but the 13 drivers that started made it look like, and even Will said it, made it look like there was 25, 30 cars out there the way you guys were driving.
Yeah, there's great racing. There's a lot of talent that's in this small 13, 14 car field. So yeah, and you got display of that last run right there. I mean, there's these guys, they know what they're doing. Okay. I mean, you can't take it nobody lightly. Everybody's a dog. Everybody's gunning, and everybody knows, what they need to do and when they need to turn it up. So that's what can happen.
Yeah, one last question before we talk about the first round of the top 8. You were 3 wide on the bottom. How in the world did y'all save it?
I mean, I just heard the call, top or bottom 3, and when I heard it, I just knew that I needed to just hold my line, man. If you just hold your line and don't panic, do a quick, little flinch or freak out about it, usually you'll be pretty good. And I mean, thankfully, I was on the bottom. I could rotate it pretty good. You get them left sides up against the blue and the white, it'll rotate the car for you. I mean, you just got to be mindful, man. Hold your line. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't try to squeeze nobody.
Yeah, well, y'all did a very good job of holding it. That was incredible. It could have went south quickly, but hey,
yes,
that just goes to show the caliber of drivers that were there in that 3 wide. You, I think, I know you were in the bottom. I think Messer was in that mess too. So
I think Messer was up top. I think I was bottom and Messer was up top. I can't remember who was middle. Was it
might have been Zachary that was
Joseph?
in the middle, or Joseph. Well, yeah, it was one of the two. But yeah, that was crazy. Man, awesome job. Okay, so Las Vegas to start things off for the top 8. How do you feel about Vegas?
I mean, it's a fast track. Loads of grip. It's just, I mean, it is what it. I'm not great. I wouldn't say that I'm great there. I can get around there. I hope to hopefully survive. Hopefully, I don't have to miss it. If I have to miss that race, I'll definitely be in trouble. So I don't know. I hope to show up. Hope to complete all the laps and avoid major incidents or getting taken out, and just log laps. I don't expect to be overperforming at all over there, to be honest with you.
Well, tell the boss. Both bosses, actually, your work boss and your wife boss, that October 27th, November 3rd, and November 10th, you can't miss them.
Yep, there you go. I'll go ahead and stamp them.
Yeah, just let them know. I know Tara's out there. I got to pick on Tara. So, but yeah, because you got Homestead after Vegas and Iowa. So, those are the next, other races in the top 8. So, but awesome job out here tonight, Chris. I know you've probably got a few final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate, buddy, your P2. So I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
Yeah, man, I just want to shout out the teammates. Even I know that they've got a lot of stuff that's been going out in their life for Brandon and Keith, and they haven't been able to make every week. But they're still here in spirit. We still talk throughout the courses of the week and weekends and whatnot. So I appreciate them and their support. Appreciate y'all, man. Great broadcast y'all always put on. I know that you got a job that you're picked up now. It's got a little bit of a crazy schedule. I hate that you
Yeah.
missed last week's race. It was a pretty decent race. Got to lead some laps again at the old Super Speedway functions, and you got to miss all that great excitement.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave, man. I hope Dave, if he's out there, if he's still kicking, I do miss him. Miss hearing his voice. I miss seeing him around and making some of his nice little perky comments that he posts in Discord from time to time. And I hope everything's okay. Robbie was going to be here, and then I think he had a SOS for a flat tire call and had to
Mhm.
dip out. So I hate he missed that. I'm rocking his paint scheme that he did for me. It's Gatorade 22, man. It's a good looking machine, and figured I might finish the rest of the playoffs with that. Hopefully, it gives me the good luck that I need. So far, so good. Shout out to these boys in the league, man. Like there ain't nobody else. Like I was telling Joseph before you pulled me in here, there's no official that I've ever done or I probably ever do that I can race guys like that and know without a doubt that I'm not just going to get hooked or
Yeah.
ran through and ran over. So I appreciate them giving the opportunity to me to come and race and put on a show like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard to find, the caliber of drivers and the respectful drivers. Yeah, there's going to be some bumping and some grinding out there for sure, but just getting blatantly turned, you understand what I'm saying,
Oh yeah.
for one, there's a couple of advents I ain't going to tolerate that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
two, that's just not very good race etiquette. Turn
Yeah.
somebody for the win. A
Yep.
lot of people will though.
Yes. Yes, they will.
Yeah. So, but yeah, great racing out here, and I'm looking forward to Vegas. We're about to calm down here on the inflatables. That is bouncy houses, folks. So, we're about to calm down for the season, and then we'll fire up majorly back in spring, summer, and stuff. But
stuff.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But Chris, go celebrate your P2 out here tonight, buddy, and we'll see you hopefully next week for round number 8, bud.
Thanks, y'all, man. Thanks, Josh. Will, appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Well, that is gonna bring us to our winner here tonight in that, well, Snickers looking car, as usual. Well, Joseph, your second win of the top 12. Of course, winning round 1, that pretty much put you, automatically into the top 8, but always going for a victory. And, well, you started in 4th tonight. You did what you needed to do. Had a little bit of hiccup down there at the stage, running out of fuel, but you managed to overcome it. And, well, you're setting up into victory lane again, once again here this week, buddy. Awesome job out there. But talk about it. I mean, you had to fight for it. I mean, it was not without a fight.
We definitely put our boxing gloves on, and we were fighting out there. But man, that was fun. Those last 20-something plus laps right there, that was absolutely fun. Any one of those guys deserved to win that race just as much as I did.
Yeah.
And we put on a damn show, to be honest. And I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Those last 20 laps.
Well, for the longest time, it was just you, Paff, and Messer up there. Now, you probably knew that that Rogic was going to catch y'all because he was chewing those lap times down. But It took him a little bit to get up there. But once he got up there, not only did you have to worry about Paff and Messer, now you got to worry about Rogic. So now there's not only 3 cars, but, now all 4 of you are up there going at it. And, well, there was a 3-wide situation down there as well with, I knew Paff was on the bottom, and I think Ryan was on the top side. Was that you in the middle?
No, that was Rogic in the middle.
That was Rogic in the middle. Okay.
And I chose to go with Ryan at the top because I thought that would give me the best bet of getting a pass to the car at that point in time.
And that's when Chris passed all y'all.
Yeah, Chris passed Rogic, all of us on the bottom, was able to get clear. but then I was able to follow Ryan through the top, and that eliminated one. And then after that, I was able to get Chris. I was able to get Chris to go up the track. He went up the track a little bit. He hit the wall, and then I was able to zoom past him. And then when I got to Ryan, that was a lot more work. He was better than me. I felt better. I felt like he was better through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, I was a lot better. I felt like, and I could get like I was doing a big arc and coming down very late, and I would get a huge run coming to him. I did it once. I couldn't get to him enough, and then he didn't hit the wall or nothing. But then I did it the second time I got to him. I sent it off in there just to try to make him think I was gonna send it on him, but I did it, and that got him up the track. And then that got me right up on his bumper coming down the backstretch, and I went to go low. He blocked the low, which I'm surprised he blocked the low. If I was him, I would have stayed up top, because once I got his outside, that almost sealed the deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, regardless of how you had to be careful, because the way you guys were, that close to one another throughout the race, the slightest hiccup, whether it be, hitting the bump wrong, getting on the apron wrong, net code. I mean, there's so many variables that could have taken place. And I hate to say it, if that was to have happened with no fast repairs, that would have ended somebody's night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Honestly, I don't know how we didn't have any net code out there, to be honest with you.
We had a very awesome race.
Yeah.
I mean, that was as close as you can get it without killing anybody and ruining their race. And hats off to those guys that, like I said again, they deserve to win that race just as much as I do.
Yeah, that was a great race for sure, man. I loved it. It's like I was telling Chris, that was probably one of the best Charlotte races with the size field we had here tonight. 13 drivers started it, but you guys raced it up down there like Will even said it, like there was 25, 30 drivers out there, and you couldn't really tell that there wasn't that many because you guys were side by side throughout the whole race. Very little single file until that last stint where, the group behind y'all got spread out and the battles were up front with you, Paff, Messer, and Rongich. That's where the battle was. So we pretty much didn't leave the whole front until the end of the race.
Yeah, that battle was one of the greatest battles you could probably ever ask for.
Yeah, that
on iRacing.
That was fantastic. So, with the top 12 done, of course, we know you're going to be into the top 8 already. We got Vegas to start things off, then Homestead and Iowa. Out of those 3 tracks, where do you see yourself, of course, bringing it into victory lane, locking yourself into the final 4, and which track do you think you would have the most problems with?
Vegas, I'm all right. Homestead, my home track, I'm not always the greatest at. So that's probably gonna be a negative on that one. We'll just hope to scrape by and get maybe a top 5 somewhere.
Okay.
Either Vegas or Iowa, I feel like I'm gonna be about to I could say I could bring my best self. Either one of those tracks, but we'll wait and see.
Okay. Yeah, well, we got Vegas to start things up the 27th. So next week, buddy, we'll see kind of what happens there, man. Awesome job, awesome win out here tonight, man. Awesome battle out there too, because I don't think if everything fell into place, you wouldn't be sitting where you're at either. So, but awesome job, buddy. Final thought, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your win out here tonight.
I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to those guys. They deserve to win it just as much as I did. Shout out to the league. Shout out to the broadcast. I mean, this was great fun. I had so much fun running this race.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like you did. All righty, Joseph, we'll go celebrate, buddy. We'll see you next week in Vegas.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Joseph Cossey, our winner out here tonight. Man, what a race. Man, what a race out here tonight. Well, oh man, I don't know what else to say, Will. I mean, these guys put on a they put on a clinic out here tonight at Charlotte. You know, yeah, we do wish there was a bigger field, but with that being said, much respect to everybody that come out here tonight and, you know, put on a great showing. A lot of battles out here tonight all the way across the board. You couldn't have asked probably for a better Charlotte race. All right, well, I guess we will go ahead and jump down here to the unofficial results. Depending on the admin stuff they have to do out here tonight, I don't think they're going to have to do much. But with that being said, Joseph Cossey grabbing the win out here tonight at Charlotte. Charlotte, again, congratulations to Joseph on the win out here tonight. Yeah, it does, Matt. Yeah, you're not wrong there, buddy. Chris Powell going to start on the going to finish on the outside of him in second. Ryan Messer third. Rongich in fourth. Philip Bridgeford fifth. Brandon Hartwell sixth. Zach Deutscher seventh. Jason Adams in eighth. Jeff Gilmore ninth. And Michael Yalro 10th. Mark Gomez Koshik there at 11th. Robbie Stewart in 12th. Thomas Sherman 13th. And Buzz did not start here tonight. So, like I said, 13 drivers starting out the race here this evening. But again, our winner here tonight, Joseph Cossey, here this evening. Man, oh man, what a race. Well, we are going to be off tomorrow night here on MaxspeedTV, but we will be back in action on MaxspeedTV Tuesday for the Downforce Racing Grow Masters Truck Series for the finale there, the last race of their season at, well, Las Vegas. So we got a couple of Las Vegas tracks this week, 140 laps there. We'll have stages as they do over at Downforce. So make sure that you all tune in for that. Now we'll see here who can bring it home as the champion there. Jeff Hollingsworth does have an 80-point lead over Ross Rawlings with Charlie Woods in third, 98 behind the leader Jeff and 18 behind Ross. So that could get pretty dicey at least for second. I do think Jeff probably will have it already locked in. He could probably start and park it, and I think he'll be all right. But we will have to wait and see going into that event Tuesday night. Of course, Palms Wednesday, back at Downforce Cup Series Thursday. And off Friday, OP Saturday with the Fall Brawl mini series. And then back over here at SRU next Sunday night with myself, Joshua Medlock, and Will Roberts. Will, as always, great to have you up here calling these races, man. And, man, it was quite the race, buddy. It really was. All right, well, I think he has stepped away here, folks, but that's going to do it here tonight for the SRU Dave Bush SRU Cup Series of MaxspeedTV. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. Until Tuesday, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.